Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for checking out
You
the
know, I was
video.
watching One. Wait, what?
What?
I was watching WandaVision. How's
What?
everybody doing here? Welcome back to our channel. We're going to talk about everything related to medical. So, welcome back to getting that MD, so getting that medical degree, where we talk about our journey to getting to med school, but we also go on a little tangent and talk about other topics that we are interested in.
Yeah,
Zach is our farm uh, doctor, so was soon to be graduating this year, and I just studied nursing. So yeah,
we're almost there. I mean, graduate in May, so I'll have the PharmD by then. So, anyways, or change off of my soapbox. We're doing antibiotics made easy today. Fluoroquinolones. We have a couple more antibiotic videos to make, but they're I'm trying to figure out the best way to group them together because they're like kind of oddballs in the classes. So I'm trying to figure that out. But anyways, let's get into it. So, what are the main fluoroquinolones? Let people take a couple minutes to think about it. So you have really three main ones that you see in the hospital setting. Moxifloxacin you don't see really, but it's still some hospitals use it. Levofloxacin is Levaquin. You'll see that a lot. Or ciprofloxacin or Cipro.
Cipro is very popular.
Yeah. Depending on the doctor, some might just use Levaquin because I'm pretty sure the dosing for UTIs is like once daily instead of twice daily, which is Cipro. So you might see
Hmm.
Levaquin more for UTIs. Now, something I didn't mention in the last video was that moxifloxacin is a fluoroquinolone. You can't use it to treat UTIs. A lot of doctors make this mistake, but moxifloxacin does not concentrate well in the urine, and so you cannot use moxifloxacin to treat UTIs. Go yell at the doc if they try to do that, please. It'll save someone's life. So they see it as a fluoroquinolone and they automatically just prescribe it because like, oh, that's cool, we'll use that one. I know there's actually a difference between all three classes really. Anyways, so that's the main fluoroquinolone. So Moxie, Levo, and Cipro. Mechanism of action: it inhibits DNA synthesis. So as we talked about in the previous videos, like penicillins inhibit the cell wall. These inhibit DNA synthesis, which is kills the bacteria, which is cytal, not static. So Mitchell, what's the difference between static and cytal?
I believe bacteriostatic. It's stopping of the growth of the bacteria, right?
Yeah, and cytal means killing, so it just kills the bacteria. There's some like easy points you'll get on boards. They'll be like, oh, they give this huge case. Then the question says throw in a fluoroquinolone. Is this static or cytal? See this all the time in pharmacy school questions like this, and it's like, really, I waste all my time reading that, and you just answer the question.
What?
So the general rule of thumb for answering questions like that is just reading the question first, then read the case. Most of the time you don't need the case, but that's just like an off-topic thing to say. Is that the same for nursing though?
It depends. It's usually the most correct answer because they give you all four right answers, but it's just you have to pick the most correct.
That's how ours were too, but sometimes you just didn't really need to read the case though. You just read the question itself.
I don't know. I always read the entire case just in case I missed something.
Yeah, I mean it's always good to be safe, but when you're on like you're a slow test taker, you really need to take the shortcuts if you can.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, I am too, but
But that's not good. Sometimes it's not good because sometimes I feel like I missed something.
sometimes. Like the spectrum of fluoroquinolones. I'm thinking about the spectrum is it's different for all of them pretty much. So Cipro is your gram negative, so it includes Pseudomonas and atypicals. As we talked about in the last video, Pseudomonas is a scary bug, resistant, so that's why fluoroquinolones are usually saved for Pseudomonas. While Cipros do cover E. coli, you're not going to use a Cipro for E. coli. You're going to use like Rocephin or ceftriaxone or some cephalosporin. You want to save that for the big bugs like Pseudomonas. Levofloxacin has some gram-positive coverage, so that's staph and strep. Doesn't cover enterococci, none of them do. Gram-negative plus Pseudomonas, so that's H. flu, E. coli, Kleb. That's what gram-negative is. Then you have gram-positive anaerobes and atypicals. So the gram positive anaerobe really is pepto-strepto, which is a pretty fun name. I think it's fun.
Pepto strepto.
I think pepto-streptococcus, but yeah, it's a fun name. If I remember correctly, I think it's like your mouth flora. But then you cover atypicals too. So atypicals are like Legionella, so like Legionella pneumonia, Mycoplasma. I'm pretty sure that's pneumonia as well. They're the two main ones, so they cover that. And you have Moxie, which staph strep, gram-negative, not Pseudomonas. So if you need a fluoroquinoline, but you do not need Pseudomonas coverage, you can use Moxie. Because you want to use as narrow a spectrum as possible. So I think I explained that well enough that you start broad, so you might start with like Zosyn or something, super broad coverage, and then you might narrow it down to Moxie, where it's a little less coverage. If you get your culture back and it was fine. So the main dosage you need to know: Cipra be at 500 BID. That's like for UTIs. That's usually what you see in the hospital. Or Levo 500 750 QD. And that's said before Moxie is never used. How are fluoroquinolones eliminated, Mitchell?
It's
Renal or
usually
hepatic?
means two ways. So renal probably, right?
Yeah, it's renal.
There's no way that it would be hepatic. Well, maybe I don't
Yeah, most antibiotics are eliminated renal, which is why you're always worried about kidney function. But
know. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I never put that together before. I'm like, huh, renal, kidney function. I need to monitor kidney function. Oh, it's limited renal.
Huh.
It took me forever to put that together. I'm like, huh, okay. A little slow sometimes, you know. Happens. It
It
happens, you
happened.
know. So what are the side effects of fluoroquinolones? I'll give people a couple seconds to answer it. There's a couple main ones.
Tendon rupture.
Yeah, so you have tendon eruption, bro.
Wow. That's gotta
So
hurt.
yeah, if you're a sport player and your doctor prescribes you a fluoroquinolone, be very wary of playing sports. Because I have a friend who has a friend whose tendon ruptured from playing basketball while being on fluoroquinolones.
Was it the Achilles?
I think so, actually. So it wasn't good.
Can you oh my gosh.
And
Can
that's
you
like,
imagine? Oh, that's the worst. Or biceps? Oh, I'm super afraid of biceps rupture.
yeah, it's scary, bro. Like peripheral neuropathy can be actually irreversible too, and that's
Yeah.
scary. That's actually one of the newer warnings being put on these drugs, which happened like a year or two. I want to say this warning got put on the black
Wait,
box warning
really?
for these. Yeah, they didn't think it actually caused this, but it does. So if you're diabetic, you're more likely to have this anyways, and you take this drug. Now you're
Peripheral neuropathy is whenever
basically it's
there's
nerve pain.
yeah, nerve pain, nerve damage, and extremity. So like the farthest point. So like your fingers, hands, or feet and toes. Yeah,
It's really
it's
scary.
like
So
it's very common with diabetes, and if they get a cut there, then they get infection, and they get sepsis, then they get amputation, and then they could
it just
possibly
keeps
die.
going on. It just keeps going on. It keeps getting
Yeah,
worse for them.
you can't really. Yeah, it's horrible.
The scary thing is can cause irreversible peripheral neuropathy. That's just scary, bro. Just from taking this drug, maybe like 5 days, cause that.
I honestly, yeah, it's
That tendon eruption, like really, really? We're using these all the time. The docs gives these out like candy in the hospital. And you also have QT prolongation, which they watch your QTC interval, and it's like if it's over 480, the pharmacists really worry. But other than that, it's like, meh. Oh,
QT prolongation.
all we got for you guys in this video. So hope you guys learned something new, exciting. You know, maybe I don't know
Like
something.
me, tendon rupture with the side effects.
Yeah, it's not good. But at least you'll remember that. Remember, think of your tendon when you're playing basketball and you're on fluoroquinolones. Not good. It's gonna rupture. Anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next video.
Oof.
Peace.